This was insane to watch as Ayo gets his first career triple-double and Vooch goes on a tear as the Chicago Bulls beat the San Antonio Spurs tonight 139 to 124. This is your host, Rico Greenhowe, and yes, you found yourself on another episode of Bulls Digest. And so the Chicago Bulls take care of business on the road. They are now 7-6. Surprisingly, this team plays a lot better on the road. But I think one of the key takeaways tonight is just that the Chicago Bulls really jumped on the San Antonio Spurs from the start. I think that they took advantage, I should say, of the fact that Wemby was not on the floor for the San Antonio Spurs. And, the Spurs are a very capable team. In fact, they were 2-1 without Wemby this season. In fact, they beat the OKC Thunder, but the Chicago Bulls take care of business. So let's go ahead and jump into the box score and look at some of these key takeaways from tonight's games. We had some magnificent performances. And so I want to start with Ayo Dosummu. He certainly is my MVP tonight. Just the fact that he goes out there and he has a triple-double, and it's the first of his career. And I just think that Ayo he did it in a lot of ways tonight. I mean, he was getting to the basket. He was 3 of 3 as far as shooting the basketball from the three-point line tonight. So he had that going, which is a good sign because he's really struggled, I think, for this first part of the season. And I was talking about this in the pregame, hopeful that maybe he could start to get a rhythm, especially being in the starting lineup again. But 27 points, he had 11 assists, he had 10 rebounds today. He also had 3 steals. We always talk about the impact defensively, but more importantly, the efficiency tonight, plus 23, and he was 9 of 13 from the field. So Ayo Dosummu, he did a great job. And what is interesting about his triple-double is one of his rebounds got taken away. He goes right back and he gets a rebound, and that secures the triple-double. And so next up, the next MVP of the night, it has to go to Vooch. Look, Vooch was incredible tonight. 39 points. He should have had 40. He left a point at the free throw line, I should say, but 39 points, 8 rebounds tonight, 5 assists, 1 steal. He was plus 14. He was 16 of 22 from the field. And I mean, he really had it going. I think that in the first half, maybe, he had like 6 field goals that were like 10 feet and in. And so like he was doing a great job as far as just getting into the paint and just commanding respect down there. Like he was taking it to him. I mean, he was taking advantage of just the mismatches and things like that, because we just talked about how they didn't have Wemby. So I like that. And the 3-ball wasn't necessarily falling tonight, but man, when he got a chance to let it rip from the mid-range, it was going down. It was nothing but net. And so Vooch continues to be on a tear. And look, man, if somebody is trading for Vooch, I just think that maybe the Chicago Bulls, perhaps they might be able to get a protected first-round pick if he continues to play at this level. I certainly think that he's playing at an all-star level, but MVP performance tonight for Vooch. Next up, I got to give it to Zach LaVine. And so Zach LaVine, look, he almost had a triple-double tonight. He had 4 assists in the first half and finished with 9 today, but 11 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds. He was plus 16. And once again, he just shows you that he can play off of others, and I love that about Zach LaVine because that's exactly what you want to see. You want to see him be able to take control of the game if necessary, but also to just make some winning plays. And I think that he continues to do that. He did that tonight, and I think defensively he was locked in. And in fact, if he would have got to a triple-double, I think during the broadcast they were saying that would have been the first time since, I think, 1989 that happened for the Chicago Bulls when Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan did it. And so that almost happened tonight with the performance from Ayo and then Zach LaVine. So he plays well. Next up, Julian Phillips. And so Julian Phillips has to step into the starting lineup tonight. And I was wondering, hopefully he was going to get some more minutes with Patrick Williams being out. I was just hoping that Billy Donovan was going to trust these younger players, and he did tonight. And for the most part, we saw them playing, and he had 9 points tonight, 2 blocks, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. He was -1 in the plus-minus box box score. But I did like the sign of growth from Julian Phillips. You can see that he's getting comfortable shooting the three ball. He knows where to be, and he knows that, look, he's super efficient in the corner three-point shooting department, and he's doing a great job as far as getting there. Teammates who are doing a great job as far as finding him. So Julian Phillips, I think he plays well tonight. And then with Josh Giddey, look, he really struggled tonight. He had 8 points, he had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, he had 3 turnovers, he was +5. You could tell that Billy Donovan was definitely upset with one of his turnovers where he tossed it down the court and it went out of bounds, and then I think it was THT couldn't get to it. And so it was a tough night for Josh Giddey tonight, even though he finishes in the plus or high in the plus-minus box score with a +5. So hopefully he can continue to build, like I said, with confidence there. Next up, the bench. And so the bench was key tonight. I think that they came in and they really helped the Chicago Bulls really take off with the lead. And I think that Jalen Smith did a terrific job as far as stretching the floor. He knocked down some three-point shots, especially in the first half. He had 9 points. He had 3 rebounds. He had 1 assist. He had 2 blocks. And he was +2 tonight. I'm hoping that he continues to get minutes, especially now that he's over the knee injury and then the ankle injury. At least we don't see him in the injury report. And so he could be still managing those things. But I expect for Jalen Smith to continue to play well. And, just throughout, you can see that as he continues to get minutes or gets minutes, he continues to play well. And so next up, Modest Buzelis. And so Modest Buzelis, he has 19 minutes. I think he would have had more. I just talked about how Ayo got a rebound taken away, and then he got that rebound to ultimately give him the triple-double. Unfortunately, on that play, Modest Buzelis went down. It was an elbow from Zach LaVine, incidental contact, but it hit him across the nose there. And, I don't know what the status is. I haven't had a chance to look at maybe what Casey Johnson or anybody has said. I just know, just looking at what he said as he was, kind of walking off to the sidelines on the television there, it looked like he was asking somebody, is it broken? And so hopefully it is not, and hopefully he's going to be okay. He did not re-enter into the game. He did have 11 points. He had 7 rebounds. He had an assist, and he had a +9 today. And so what I loved about his performance is that Billy Donovan allowed him to go out there and play. At one point during the first half, he had 2 fouls. He could have gotten a 3rd foul, and Billy Donovan rolled the dice with him, and he didn't get in foul trouble there. And so that was great to see. And then also, too, when San Antonio started to make a run in the 3rd quarter, there was a 3-point shot that Modest hit from the top of the key. He took that with confidence, believed in it, and it obviously went into the rim. And so that was big for us tonight, him just showing more of that confidence. And hopefully we can continue to see some more of Modest Buzelis as he continues to get extended minutes because he's playing well. Next up, Dalen Terry. Look, Dalen Terry, much like Julian Phillips, look, he is showing the growth. Both of these players are showing that they have put in the work. And I love how they talked about, how they've worked with DeMar DeRozan. And I've said this before, a couple videos back, that aside from Kobe White and Ayo Dosummu, like, these 2 players are the next 2 players that I could see that could really take a major step if they continue to get the opportunities out there. And I love the fact that Dalen Terry is trying to not just be a defensive player, but he's also trying to be an impactful scorer. And I think that can be more consistent with him if he just gets those opportunities out there. But tonight, did a great job as far as slashing. He was knocking down 3-point shots. The activity was high. I know he had a couple bad turnovers tonight. That's why he finishes in the negative in the plus-minus box score at a -2. But still, lots of activity. You could see the improved offensive game for him. And then THT. Look, THT is just a bucket. That's what he is. He will give you a bucket. And so I love everything that THT provides to this team. 13 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, +10. Look, I'm not sure what the plans are with THT, moving forward. I think he can certainly be an impact to this team. But if you had any questions about THT and his ability to go out there and help you win some basketball games, I think that he answers that, and he's been answering that. And I love the fact that there are times that he has not played, and he comes out there as if he's been playing. And so THT, with that championship experience, I love what he's giving this team. He's really giving it a punch off the bench, and it's not just scoring at the basket. He's knocking down three-point shots too as well. So THT plays pretty well. And so now I want to go into just the statistics and some of the team stats and some of the key takeaways in that category tonight, because I think that when you look at the categories for the most part, I think that the Chicago Bulls pretty much won in just about every major category tonight, which just lets you know just how locked in, how focused they were in tonight's game. Yes, I know that they didn't have their main player, did the San Antonio Spurs, but still, these are games that you have got to have. You've got to build off this. And tonight, the Chicago Bulls take care of business in the rebounding department. Look, 50-41 as far as rebounding the basketball, so they do a good job there in winning that. We do go off and we lose in the fast break department 10-19, so that was part of that run that the San Antonio Spurs had, just getting out in the fast break. And they also took advantage of our turnovers, which is another thing that we have got to continue to work on, and that is probably one of the downsides of today's game, is that we lost in that department 19-10, and so that is not good. Once again, almost going for 20 or more turnovers, and so we've got to get better there. But we do take care of business in the paint, 68-62 as far as points in the paint. The Bulls win that. And then with the assists tonight, you see that we had 36 assists, so doing a terrific job as far as distributing the basketball. We did a great job as far as getting makes tonight. As far as the activity defensively, 5-4 there as far as blocks. When you look at the field goal percentage for the Bulls, 57.8%. That was very good. 45.9 from three. Really had it going tonight. Shots were just falling for us, in the Spurs, on the other than this thing, 46.3% and then 28.6 from three tonight. And so the Chicago Bulls take care of business. They almost make some history in the sense that they almost have two teammates that go for a triple-double in the same game. And then also, too, we did also make some history, even though we didn't have Zach LaVine go into the triple-double tonight. In fact, I think it was 1993 is what they were talking about during the broadcast, is this is the last time we've had two consecutive teammates go triple-doubles in like back-to-back games. So the other game before it was Josh Giddey, then we had Ayo Dosummu. So we did have some history. We just didn't have more history tonight with Zach LaVine going into a triple-double. And so, look, a great win for the Chicago Bulls tonight. I know it was against the San Antonio Spurs, but hey, I don't care. Look, being a Chicago Bulls fan, it is always good to see this team win. And I love the fact that we got a chance to see the younger players play, and they responded well. Yes, did Modest miss some assignments? Absolutely. Did Dalen Terry blow some assignments? Did they have some turnovers and things? Yes. I talked about Josh Giddey. He had some turnovers and things. But I like the fact that you've got to just let these players go out there and play. You've got to give them a chance to really grow. And so I'm glad we saw that tonight with Billy Donovan. Hopefully we see that moving forward. Let me know in the comments what you think about this win from the Chicago Bulls. What is your biggest takeaway tonight? Was it Vooch in his performance? Was it Ayo Dosummu in his performance? Was it the bench? Was it the coaching? I'd love to know what the thoughts are. And so just want to thank everybody out there for liking, sharing, and commenting. It means a lot to us here at Bulls Digest. We try to reach our goal of 5,000 subscribers by the end of the season out there. And I just want to let you know that, about 69.3% of you that watch are not subscribed to the channel. So make sure that you go ahead and you slam dunk on that subscribe button for us, as it means a lot as we try to reach that goal. And look, even though we're getting hyped about beating the San Antonio Spurs without Wemby, who makes them a terrific defensive team, I'm still saying, I don't care. So what? Go Bulls. And I'll see you in the next one. All right. Peace.